So, I'm going to ask you a question at the beginning, and I want you guys to answer this honestly. So, go in the comment section right now, type in number one, and underneath it, number two. And obviously, if you answer the first question, you know, write it next to number one, and so on. Any edited questions do not count because then you would have changed your opinion, and some people are, sneaky like that, alright? So, the first question is this: imagine your favorite drink brand made this drink that you don't know anything about, and they basically said, buy this drink. Answer my question: would you buy this drink? Right? And then number two is your brand, the favorite brand. They send you this drink for free, and they say, oh, you can drink it for free. There's only one catch though. We don't know what the fuck is in this drink. All right, we don't know what we put into this drink, and neither do you. But we are giving it to you for free. Would you drink it? All right. And number three, do you think it is appropriate for this brand to be selling you a drink which could potentially kill you? I want to know that in the comment section down below. So, with that being said, if you've answered it, just hit, send, and let me know what you answered to in the comment section down below. Now, this question is actually going to tie into a few things that I'm going to be discussing later down the line, alright? Cool. So, where have I been? Life is where I've been. I've been busy. That's the first explanation. And then the second explanation is, well, since my channel is mainly based on Boruto, I'm honestly gonna say that I'm really bored of Boruto. I really am. I'm not motivated as much as I used to be. I could have released like 1, 2, 3 videos a week, starting at the first episode of Boruto when it was released. I was really motivated to come home and, make these videos for you guys. But the anime in itself has been extremely disappointing for me, to be honest with you. And even if you look at the quality of episodes we are getting now, it's absolutely abysmal. And that's me being respectful to you guys. I will never lie to you guys, and I'm saying this: I find these episodes extremely abysmal. I mean, let me give you an example, right? By saying this, so in my opinion, how a story is told is by laying one brick at a time, meaning that every single brick is essential. Now the thing is that if you were to remove one brick, if you were to take out an episode, you will miss loads of details that tie into the episode, before it and then the episode after. But the current episodes being released with Boruto, you can take out an entire 20 episodes and you would have literally missed absolutely nothing, because no progress is made in most of these episodes, right? Or at least there will be no point of certain arcs. Like, characters will learn little phrases or little ways to live by, or things to live by, but that's basically it. It's all that really came into fruition. That's something that was earned from watching this and these arcs, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is that most of these episodes that are being released are completely pointless or outright, just stupid. Let me give you an example. So we have Shikadai, who is a regular civilian, who used to be a regular civilian, then decided to become a ninja, which is a step above, right? So he's from step 0. He went from step 0 to step 1, and then out of nowhere he says, I want to become a politician. Now, whether that's a step above, that's a no, right? And this guy basically says, you know what, forget it, I want to become a ninja again. That is an entire episode. We literally wasted an entire episode of Shikadai trying to make progress in his life, but then at the end of the day, he just reverted back to exactly what he was trying to do. So basically no progress has been made. He's back to the same square that he was standing on, and that is an entire episode. And that episode right there is downright pointless. You can take this episode out of Boruto and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't change a single thing about the entire story. And these are the episodes I'm talking about. These are the things that we are getting. I mean, look at the current arc that we're talking about. They're chasing birds and Jugo. Really? They're chasing birds and Jugo. These are at least ninja. And remember, ninjas are people who are part of the military. The fire country is just a country, and then the daimyo would be the president, and then the Hokage would be like the war chief or something who commands the entire army, according to what the daimyo says, kind of thing. And ninjas would be an army. These people are now chasing birds. Okay, now I don't think it helps that, they introduce this new show or this new brand called Boruto, and basically explaining the brand that this new thing that they want to show off is becoming redundant. That's like, they said that ninjas, the show's about ninjas, but then in the show they say that ninjas have become redundant. That's like me basically employing someone and then basically saying, oh, we don't really need you, but we still hired you anyways. That's basically, there's no point in creating a show where the main goal of the character, Boruto wants to become a strong ninja, but the problem is in the world that the being a ninja is basically close to being redundant. There is no point of being a ninja. There is no demand for strong people, kind of thing. So that's one thing that kind of kills it. Then the ninja tools as well are there to replace ninjas. So it's like, why create a show about ninjas and then basically explain in the show that ninjas are no longer necessary? There's no point of becoming a ninja. It doesn't make sense to me. So these are things out there that actually bother me. And there was this interview with Ikemoto where he said that he didn't really communicate with Kodachi much, which kind of bothered me as well. It's like, both of you, obviously you have an editor, but shouldn't you two be communicating to create something special? And also they had that thing with the anime. Apparently what happens is this, right? So 8 different people, right, or whatever the number was, create their own drafts of shitty episodes, and then they combine all the shit to make a huge pile of shit, and the one that stinks less is the one they compile to make an episode, the one they give the green light to make an episode. So if 8 people wrote a draft and then the best ones are completely shit and have no points, or no reason to be released, if she could die trying to become a politician and then just regressing back to the same square that he was on or standing on, if that's passed as one of the drafts that was the best out of the 8 people writing, then we've got a huge problem here, kind of thing going on. And I think I'm the only person that sees it. If not me, then there are other people out there, but I haven't really heard anyone complain about that. Sometimes I think it's me, so I decide to watch other people's reviews, and these reviews are basically summaries of what happened in the episode. And I don't really blame these people for doing summaries, because at the end of the week, people always expect a review from a reviewer. But what you do as a reviewer, if there literally is nothing within the episode to talk about, there's no progress. And we have episodes like Shikadai just trying to make up his mind. So, relating to the questions I asked at the beginning with if your favorite drink brand actually created a new drink and tried to sell it to you, would you buy it? So that related to Boruto in this way. So are you watching Boruto because it is a byproduct of Naruto, or are you watching Boruto because you are actually interested in these new characters that have been introduced to us? Are you watching it because of that, or are you just watching it because you want to know what happened at the beginning of Boruto? That's little scene about what's about to happen and unfold in the future. Are you interested in that? Because I remember there was this interview where Ikemoto was talking about that and how they regretted making that scene, and to be honest with you, I think it was a mistake, because most people watching that will be interested in what happens to Naruto and Sasuke, and that has been the truth up until now. Most people are watching Boruto because they want to know what happened to the main character that they've been following for so many years. So therefore, they will be watching this anime anticipating that moment instead of actually paying attention to Boruto. Boruto, because of that, will always be, in the shadow of Naruto, because people are watching it because they care about Naruto and Sasuke and not Boruto, which is basically whom the show is about. And that's basically the first question. So I'm gonna look in the comments to see what the answer was, right? And then the second question is obviously if they gave you this drink and they didn't know what was in that drink, would you drink it? And your answer is the same for what I'm about to say. So remember, it was said that most of what they've done with Boruto, like, you can tell it's not planned. A lot of it was not planned, right? And they basically are out here trying to sell merchandise and all this shit for a show that they, in the beginning hadn't planned properly, and up until now, like the scheduling and all that stuff, in terms of like 8 people coming up with random sketches in order to pick, one out, to air, which even now ends up as a terrible episode. That's all that stuff altogether makes it seem like it's not planned properly, kind of thing. And if a company, was to write a story and not plan the entire story and present it to you and try to make you purchase it, would you buy it? And your answer to the drink, would you drink this drink if the people themselves didn't know what the fuck they were doing with that drink? Would you drink it? I think the answer for number 2 would be that. And number 3 is, do you think it's appropriate for them to be, selling this drink, without knowing what's in it? And that pertains to, do you think that it's appropriate for them to be selling merchandise and trying to make money off of something that they haven't planned, that is kind of a poor product? So these are the answers to the questions that you answered at the beginning. And the reason why I didn't give any context with Boruto and these questions at the beginning is because sometimes if you like something, you can have a personal bias there as to, if you were to answer the question based on an item or something that you don't know anything about, you're more, honest, straight to the point, and truthful. So there you go. If your answer with Boruto is different from the beginning, then I just want you to know that what you said in the beginning is more honest than probably what you said because you heard, me talk about Boruto, ask the questions about Boruto. So with that being said, I'm going to talk about the new things that I am going to be bringing to this channel, because Boruto right now is not doing it for me, as I find it extremely boring. Because of that, I have no motivation. So the first thing is, I'm going to actually try and bring some animations onto this channel, and I'm not talking about sprite animations. I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be doing actual animations. I'm going to bring them to this channel and see if I can get that done. I've been working on it behind the scenes for you guys. And also, I'm going to be talking about other series, whether it's movies. I'm going to be covering different things, except anime in general, because to be honest with you, if you really look at animes being made these days, it's the same template, same characters with same personalities, same templates, being basically remade in new animes. And at this point, to be honest with you, I'm really bored. And I've actually tried out One Piece and Black Clover. Black Clover, I watched the anime to the current episode, and obviously I read the manga to the current point, and to be honest with you, it doesn't really interest me that much at all. And with One Piece, I've actually read the manga to the latest as well, and also I've watched the anime up until after the Fishman Island arc. And to be honest with you, I really can't get into One Piece. I really can't connect with the characters, mostly because a lot of the things in the anime are over exaggerated to a point where it just takes me out of the experience. Like, say for example, Zoro decided to take the pain of Luffy, right, when Kuma came and actually created this ball of pain or something that he stepped into. After this guy stepped into that, there was more blood spilt around the area than could fit into this guy's body, probably 5 to 6 times. And once I saw that, I thought, okay, cool, this is a bit exaggerated. And also, I've tried to take the art style seriously, but I just can't. Some of these drawings or art styles or character designs are completely ridiculous to the point where I can't take it seriously. It's like you giving me a Teletubby, putting a Teletubby on the screen with a Rinnegan and telling me that this guy is gonna invoke revolution upon the entire planet. Like, I'm not gonna take that serious. It's a Teletubby with a fucking Rinnegan. Come on. So yeah, if you have any other show suggestions, I like something serious, something new, something that has not been done before, because I'm a person who does like new things. So something different is something I would like, if you have any suggestions at all. So no One Piece, no Black Clover. Promised Neverland seemed good, and I'm reading the manga and stuff, and is, you know, it had a good start, but so far it's been okay. With that being said, that has basically, and the final thing I want to talk about is actually good news because I've got sponsorship from Loot Crate, and since I got sponsorship, I'm going to be getting loads of items which I'm going to be doing reviews of. And if I do these reviews, some of these items, well, most of them I'm not even going to keep, right? Because I have no space to keep all these items. So guess who I'm going to be giving it to? You guys. I'm going to be doing a giveaway every single month with certain items. So if you want a certain item, just let me know. I'm just going to have to figure out how I'm going to do these giveaways. And then obviously once I figured everything out, I'm going to start giving away my Loot Crate items to you guys because you guys would love it more, and some of you would know more about these items than I would do because I don't really watch that much anime. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna be covering new shows and talking about different things, and they may not get views, but at least I like doing them. As time progresses, you know, I will get an audience for that. But with that being said, that's just all the news that I want to talk about for this channel, and you know, my little rant about Boruto and what's going on with it. But I hope you guys understood, because there aren't many people these days who are willing to understand it. It always has to be, it's either you agree with them or, you know, there is conflict. But yeah, I hope you understood. Going forward, I'm going to be doing movie reviews and all kinds of, you know, different stuff to actually spice up the channel. I don't want to just focus on Boruto. So yeah, I have nothing to say, and bye.